That's where everybody can help each other on their stop smoking journey, like a smoking buddy or a stop smoking buddy. And all of these tools will make stopping smoking simply easy. I'll also be giving free advice, free tips via emails, blogs, videos and posts, and they'll be available to anybody. And if any of the free information that I give out here today is all it takes for you to become a happy non-smoker, that will be great news too. What I'm going to do on this video is explain how the Simply Easy method works. I'll explain how it works and how it will work for you through the Happy Non-Smoker program. Now please understand there's no hidden agendas here, absolutely none. This information that I'm going to give you here today is free, and even this free information will be enough to help some smokers become happy non-smokers. Literally, just from the information on this video. And when I say happy non-smokers, I do mean happy non-smokers. Because there's absolutely no point giving up smoking and then being a sad or miserable non-smoker, is there? Of course not. Who wants to do that? You see, the sad and unhappy non-smokers are usually the ones who feel that they're being deprived of something. They're anxious, they're irritable, and they're angry at the whole world. And because of those reasons, they usually lapse and fall straight back into the smoking trap. What happens then, you see, is because they gave in too easy, they then feel useless, disappointed in themselves. They feel like failures. Now, if stopping smoking was a painful experience for you, would you be in a hurry to do it? Of course not. Neither would I. You'd take as much time as you could to stop smoking, wouldn't you? Of course you would. And that's why you have to be ready. However, I will add to that and say that time is all we have in life. So isn't it better to enjoy that time free from the smoking trap? Yes, of course it is. I'm really excited to tell you that my Happy Non-Smoker program will help you step by step through every day for 21 days to become a happy non-smoker. And without the stress, without replacement therapy products, and without any or very minimal withdrawals. You'll not only feel a sense of freedom as a happy non-smoker, woohoo, you'll also feel released from the smoking trap, and you'll feel empowered and confident, and more proud of yourself than you can ever imagine. It will feel like you have a new lease of life, which of course you actually have, because you'll no longer feel like you're being controlled day in, day out by the little nicotine monster. Now, you might be asking, why 21 days? I'm sure some of you are. So let me tell you why I chose 21 days. It's been scientifically proven that it takes, on average, just 21 days for the unconscious mind, through repetition, to make something an unconscious habit. Just 21 days. I've no doubts that some of you here are because, and I know that you are here because stopping smoking you feel is going to be hard, okay? And you're hoping this might be a magic wand that can be waved over you and all of a sudden you have stopped smoking. Am I right? I'm sure I am. Well, the great news is that for some of you it will feel just like that, as it has for many other ex-smokers that are now happy non-smokers because of my Simply Easy method. But, and there is a but, there will also be some people that might find it just a little bit harder. That's only because we're all different as human beings, like I've said many times before. Now you know this already, but I'll tell you again. You are addicted to the cigarette. There you go, I've said it. However, having that addiction isn't a big problem and isn't an excuse not to be able to stop smoking. I do have some really great news for you though. You need to understand that millions of smokers have become ex-smokers around the world, which means just like you and me, they used to smoke and now they don't. What does that mean to you? It means if millions of others become happy non-smokers, permanent happy non-smokers, and that includes myself, so can you. And you can do it much easier now that my Happy Non-Smoker program is available to you, and you can do it all from the comfort of your own home. How good is that? Now, I'm sure you've been trapped as a smoker for many years, and now it's time to break free and get your life back. I'm sure some of you are saying, okay, Mark, that's great, so how does it work? Tell me. I'll tell you then. Smoking is 99% mental and just 1% physical. And although it's probably hard to believe, it's fact. Smokers have two monsters in their body. They have the big monster, which is the mind, and they have the little monster as a smoker, which is the little nicotine monster. He's the one that's controlled you for many, many years by insisting that you keep giving him his nicotine fix every 40 to 6 minutes or so. However, a smoker is only really addicted for about 20 minutes at a time. There's some news you didn't know. That's when the nicotine starts to leave your body, and the body starts to rejuvenate just after 20 minutes. But what does a smoker go and do then? A smoker then goes and tops up the nicotine fix, on average about every hour, giving the little nicotine monster his fix. A smoker also has this thing called an addictive habit. An addictive habit is the habit of smoking after a meal, driving the car, after sex, after coffee, tea, or with alcohol. I'm sure you know what I mean. And this is why my Happy Non-Smoker program works in such an amazing way. I use a process which removes and then replaces old smoking habits with new and healthy habits. Let me explain. Every smoker has their own reasons and excuses to carry on smoking, including you. So, if I broke down all of those reasons and excuses that every smoker uses to carry on smoking, would you agree that you'd have no reasons and no excuses to carry on smoking? Does that make sense? I'm sure it does. Now, I work with the mind every day with clients, and I can promise you that smoking is just a learnt behaviour. All you've done is learnt to smoke and then conditioned your mind and body to accept the smoking habit. That's all there is to it. So, in my Happy Non-Smoker program, you'll learn to condition your mind and body again. However, you'll learn to condition them in the opposite way. I'm sure you're thinking, what? Okay, let me tell you how it's going to work. It's just like a reprogramming of your mind in a very natural way though, which then releases you from any dependency on cigarettes or the habitual behaviours that go with it. Does that make sense?